on 10 meters for fT8. Right here is the main window for your WSJTX. This is the band activity, and this side is your receive. Then this here is called grid tracker. This is my call roster right here. And then this guy right here is the map where I'm actually transmitting, the activity of the bands right here, and who I'm actually transmitting to. And then this is usually where people have the waterfall. I use my actual log so I can see real time that it's actually adding to my log. So what we're gonna do now is we have auto CQ, which is good. So it will go through the steps 1 through 6 for a contact right here on its own. So now we're just gonna enable TX, and we're gonna start calling CQ, which we're calling CQ right now. You see it says transmit right here, and then we got a transmit up here as well. And once we're done transmitting, that will turn yellow, or green, I mean. Then there's a Halt TX button right up here on top that I can stop the transmit without even having to go into WSJPX. So, I mean, fT8 is kind of slow. I do like it, but it's 10 meters. It's not as busy as 20 meters. 20 meters is just, you're not waiting for anybody. But here on fT8, with it being it's probably like 11 o'clock right now, it's probably not going to be too busy. And this one up here is actually blue or blacked out. There's a little bit of yellow right there, and then it has black on the inside, which means we have contacted this person, which is actually this guy right there, Mr. HC3RJ in Ecuador. So we're just waiting for another call that we have not got over here, or another state, or another call sign, and then we call out. So we're just waiting right now. She's transmitting CQ right now. And if you end up talking to the same station that you did before, what you can do is you can click right here, and it's not transmitting right now, but see how it's blinking yellow? That means I've already talked to that station, so I don't have to talk to them again. So we're just gonna go to step 6, and we're gonna transmit CQ again. And we're just waiting for a new call to pop up that we don't have. Oh, forgot, when you're in Pounce, if a name comes up here at all and you don't want to transmit to them, always delete it. Found that out the hard way. And it seems like, I mean, right over here on the live feed, 10 meters is not too popular right now at all, but 20 meters is just booking right now, man. Yesterday 10 meters was just insane. I got like 25 contacts in an hour. It's just crazy. And today's just really slow. Not quite. Looks like the only people on there is Ecuador and me for now, from all that I can hear right now. Just got done working overnight, midnight to 8 a.m. and haven't been in bed yet. I tried to do remote fT8 from work, but that didn't work out. So that's why I'm doing fT8 right now. Try to get some contacts in before I hit the sack for a couple hours. Because on 10 meters, it doesn't really die. I mean, 10 meters, it does die. It usually dies out in my area about 5 o'clock, usually. And then 20 meters, dude, it's popping all day, all night. It's crazy. So, I guess since we're not getting any calls right now, I guess I'll simulate an actual contact. So, let's wait until it's done receiving, just in case other call signs come up. Alright, no call signs. We're transmitting CQ. So we're just going to click this call right here that we want to call next on the next transmit, and then it has the name right here. And so once it's done calling CQ, it's going to call this guy here. And then we'll see if he calls us back, so I can show you the process of the auto CQ and it actually hitting the logbook. So right here, that popped up. This is a message right here that you set up through Grid Tracker, and it tells you when you have a call in. So right now, this is the call he made to us, gave us a signal report of -12. That was the last message. And if you see, the blue dot here has gone from step 1 down to step 3, which we're sending our signal report to him, which is a -18. Once he does that, we're gonna, oh, he already gave us a Roger, Roger. So he's saying goodbye. And I'm not sure if it's actually gonna count it because it's a duplicate. And I'm still at 35. Yeah, it finished the contact because we are saying goodbye now. We're still at 35 contacts over here, and we still only have one HC3RJ. And now we're calling CQ. So that call is actually done, but since we've already contacted him, it's not going to add it the second time onto the call log right here. But you'll get a pop-up if you set it through Grid Tracker. You'll get a pop-up right here. That is your message that they're trying to contact you. And then once it's done, it will give you in real time a ticker here for how many QSOs that you have. And then it will add it over here to your logbook. So hopefully a new call comes in and I can show you how it actually adds it to the call book or the call log. Oh man, come on, someone. Mr. Ecuador is calling CQ. I'm calling CQ. And can we get a new call in the roster, please? That would be awesome sauce. And the radio I'm using right now is a Yaesu fT8 897, and then I'm using the DigiRig. You could use what's called a signal link, but the signal link it's not cat control. So if you change the frequency in WSJTX right here, it won't change it on your actual radio because you don't have cat control. So you'll have to change the frequency in the program and the radio. So that's 2 steps before you can actually get on the air. I don't like that. And the signal link is also 150 bucks. So with the signal link plus the cables and everything, I mean, we're looking at probably about almost 200 bucks just to do fT8. So I got the DigiRig and the cables for the Yaesu 8 series. Amazon, it's the Yaesu, I think it's 8-XXX for like the model number, because mine is 897. There's also other versions of the 8s, like 818. There's the 897D, I think, or I know for sure. And with the cables and the DigiRig, I was still under 105 bucks. Not including shipping and handling, I was under 100 bucks. But of course, you know, shipping and handling with everything, I think I was like 104 or something like that. A lot better than spending almost 200 bucks just to do FT8. And with the DigiRig, you get cat control. So if I change this frequency right here, or if I use this drop down menu, and let's say I go to 20 meters, the program will automatically switch my radio to 20 meters. And when I open and connect WSJT to my radio, it will automatically put it to the 10-meter band. It will put it on digital mode, and it will also, I think that's it. It turns it to the frequency you need. It turns it on the digital mode you need. Oh, and it turns it on to the band mode you need. Because some radios, if you don't have a digital portion of the radio, you can use upper sideband. But on the Yaesus, if you put in digital mode, I did like 2 hours of just testing all the different little settings and everything. I found out that if you go into straight digital mode, you're not going to pick up in anybody. I sat here for 20 minutes and I got nothing on this screen, nothing on this screen, and nothing in the call roster whatsoever. So I went back to the drawing board, figured some stuff out, and found out that fT8 actually transmits on upper sideband. So I reconfigured the WSJT to set the radio to upper sideband. Now when it transmitted, I was receiving calls in the call roster and in both windows, but when I transmitted, it was sounded like straight garbage, and I wasn't getting anything back. Nobody could hear me whatsoever. It was not a good experience at all. And so I went back to the drawing board, and I realized that on the Yaesus in their menu, in the digital menu, they have, I think it's menu option 38, I think. And with that one, you can change the rotary mode. And I went through each rotary mode, and nothing really made a difference, because to be good transmit signal, I needed to be in digital mode to get a good fT8 signal transmitting out. And I used my Striker CB radio, tuned it to 28074 so I could listen for the actual tone that the program was making through my radio. And like I said, on upper sideband, it was garbage. And on digital, it's a straight signal, sounds really good, but I don't receive anything. So I went through the rotary menus, and one by one I kept transmitting and testing, and I found out once I got to rotary mode, it was called user defined -U, which is user defined rotary mode for upper sideband. So we're transmitting in digital mode, so we get the good sound, the good fT8 signal going out, and then right after we transmit, it's still in digital mode on the radio, but it flips it into upper sideband mode right after it's done transmitting. That way we can get a good receive. So once it's not transmitting, so right now in this yellow right here, we are transmitting. So right now, and with this red bar going up, that's transmitting. So we're in digital mode right now, and bam, it's green. So now we're receiving, so we're in upper sideband now. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of talking fast because I want to get something in the video for y'all to watch or listen to, and get some information out there for people who really doesn't really know much about fT8. And we got no calls right now. Now, I don't know much about fT8. I do know it's weak signal. You can get very fast contacts. It's not a lot of talking and exchanging a bunch of information. You're just exchanging the basic necessities for a QSO, which is basically calling CQ, saying I received you, giving a signal report, and then saying 73, which is ham radio for goodbye. And I want to get some calls, man. I got one new call today so far. it would be nice to get at least more than 3 before I hit the sack for the day. Actually, for a couple hours. It just does not look like fT8 is too popular right now. Well, at least on the 10 meter band. I mean, from what the band table over there, it looks like 17 meters is just kicking it out right now. Alright, we're going to go through 2 full transmit cycles and 2 full receive cycles. Here's cycle number 1, and if we don't get a new call, then I'm just going to cut it after that. So we need to transmit twice and we need to receive twice, and if we don't get a call, then we're just going to stop the live feed right there. There's the second transmit. Alright, if we don't get anything on this next receive, then we're just gonna call it. At least we got one this morning. Nope. Alright, if anybody has any questions about fT8 or how to set any of this up, go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'll answer them the best I can. And if I can't answer it, I will do some research and I'll get back to you and answer it for you that way. Until then, like, comment, and subscribe.